Anybody out there? Good stuff. Today I'm at the Blue Tamp Cafe, which has a lot of food and some coffee. And so far it's pretty good. But I'm waiting for my coffee. My coffee takes 45 minutes, which I don't know why, but that's why. It's the Blue Tamp Dirty. That's what I'm getting today. Let me show you this. Coffee looks good. So basically I just took the Sky Train, the yellow line, took it to Soy 71, walked down from the Sky Train, and then just walked like, I don't know, a block. And that's where this place is, but it's a little more of a restaurant than I thought, but you know, whatever. I'm waiting for my coffee. Anyway, today we're gonna talk about, good morning. We're gonna talk about living here long term, because I think some people don't really think about the long term. They don't think about things that they might need to think about if they're going to stay here for 20, 30, 40 years, like me. 30 years. It's very crunchy. It's very good. Now look. See their coffee? It's very good. Anyway, I didn't expect it to be a restaurant, and it's kind of a restaurant with good coffee. Today, though, like I said, we're going to talk about living here long term. What do you need to remember? Because I just think that, guys who come here and they go, oh yeah, I'm going to live there. Well, they're here for 6 months. They're here for a year. Maybe 2 years. Whatever. And then they go somewhere else. And believe me, I've looked everywhere. Where can I go? What can I do? Can I take the wife and kids? How can we live there? I'm always looking at this stuff. And what I found is Thailand is one of the best places. Especially if you're not rolling in the dough. If you're rolling in the dough, that's a different story. You might want to go somewhere else. I'm talking about, you got $10,000 a month, $20,000 a month, you got plenty of dough. Okay, maybe you can go somewhere else. If you don't have that kind of money, I think Thailand is a good place. But I think there's some things that you need to remember. Before I get started though, right now, the dollar is at 35.80, which is up. I'm hoping it hits 36, like I always say. Air quality is 61, and air quality is something else that I've been looking at. And I've seen different places that are supposedly #1, and I don't want to move there. I don't want to move to Nakhon Ratchasima. I don't want to move to places like that. I want to live on the ocean, maybe in the mountains. Well, there you go. What's her name? Molly Ringwald. I just saw that she was living in Paris. Now she lives in Mexico and the United States. And there's somebody else, I forget who it is. She lives in Thailand. She has a place in Thailand, and she's pretty famous. I can't remember who it is. Anyway, Thailand is a place to consider for sure. The thing about Bangkok is you don't need a car. You really don't need a car if you live in Bangkok. You can get everywhere by Grab, by taxi, by boat, by BTS, by MRT, by CityLink. Well, Chiang Mai has some of the worst air in the country, which is something to remember, which is why I don't want to move there. Great place, nice place. I just don't want to live there. And by the time I figure it out, I'll probably be dead. You know, really, that's how it works out. You have things you want to do, you want to see, and by the time you get some of those things done, then it's like life's over. So, you know, who knows? I could have 1 year left, or I could have 20 or 30 years left. But I know I don't want to live in Chiang Mai because they have too many problems with the pollution. It's just something that it's not going away. It's not getting better. Yeah, I know. What am I going to say? What can I do? What do you want me to do? You know, I could mute the whole stream. Anyway, we're going to talk about things you think about. You need to think about long term. And some people never think of these things. And the very first thing, and it's very important, is the currency fluctuation. We have all kinds of good food here. What is that? That looks good. It looks like some fish and like potato salad or something. It looks good. Anyway. The currency fluctuation is something we all have to think about, and I'm always thinking about it, but it doesn't really, I mean, you know, 10%, okay, that's a fair amount. But for some people, the name of this place is Blue Tamp Cafe. Good morning, Dallo. Good morning. Having is some wheat bread with mozzarella and pepperoni. These people are getting full on, well, I'm sorry, but, you know, when I can go there, I'll go. I promise. It's on my list of places to go. I don't have the energy to go do something like that right now. Even this is a bit much. Oh well. Listen, I can't, there's nothing I can do, all right? I don't have the energy. By the time I'm done with this and I get home, I'm exhausted, and I mean it. I'm feeling better, but I don't feel good. And I don't know why. I need to go get a checkup. No, really, I mean, I was gonna go. I have 3 places I want to go: the Come and Escape, Nyler, Heritage Park, and the place over on the Chao Phraya. I want to go to all those places. And I will, eventually. But right now, I just thought I'm going to keep it close to home. And you know, I'm not at home, so I'm getting out. I'm trying to get out. I'm trying to do more. But I'm telling you, whatever happened to me on last Friday, it just kicked my ass. I mean, really. What Glang? It's near the Samut Prakan. Why are you going there? I'm just wondering. Get to that. The currency fluctuation is very bad though, because for some people, like Brits, Australians, sometimes they lose like 30, 40%. They lose a lot, and that hurts. And you know, if you're living here on a pension and you don't have a hell of a lot of money, maybe it's $2,000 a month, and all of a sudden you lose 40%. It's a big difference. So that's very, very important to think about, is the currency fluctuation. The other thing, and it has to do with what you just mentioned, you're going to the Wat because the wife is on. I guess that's a good enough reason. It's not a good enough reason for me. The next thing is boredom. You know, if you're here and you're a retiree, we're not talking about people who come here and they're 25 years old and they're working. They may be what is considered an expat because they may be here for 2 years, 3 years, 4 years, and then they go back. They may not plan on living here for the rest of their life. If you're retired and you come over here, like somebody like Jono, like myself, and you're living here full time, there are things that you need to think about. And boredom is something you cannot let get a hold of you. You need to keep busy. You need to have hobbies. Not just one hobby, but hobbies. You know, you need to figure out what are you going to do here. And that's another thing to think about. Do you want to live here full time? So that's number 3. Do you want to live here full time? You can live here 8, 9 months, and that's what I'm thinking about. It may be another, say, year and a half, but I want to go somewhere for a couple of months and get out of here. You know, like I said, I've been all over Southeast Asia, and to be honest, sometimes I need to get away. It's just like you're back in the States and you need to get away from the States. You know, you want to go somewhere. Well, I want to go somewhere. Maybe it's Mexico. Maybe it's Costa Rica. Maybe it's Portugal. Maybe it's Ecuador. Maybe it's Albania. Maybe it's Montenegro. I don't know. When I get bored here, I take myself for a walk or massages. Massage a hobby. I guess it's something that takes up time. I don't often get massages. Playing all kinds of music here. It's good music, most of it, some of it. But you know, it's all time consuming. I mean, you know, sometimes, listen, like when I go home, I'll go home and I'll go, oh, I gotta edit a little bit, so I'll edit for a while. Oh, I need to go to the grocery, so I go to the grocery. You know, that takes, you know, 4 hours of it. By then it's the afternoon. Oh, I should cook some dinner. Cook some dinner. You know, become a better chef. Learn how to speak the language. Or, you know, turn on Netflix for 2 hours and watch a movie. But you need to have things that are going to take up your day. You need to have some habits that you get into. Like one of my habits is going out for coffee. It gets me out of the house. I was talking to somebody the other day, this guy from Seattle, and we were talking about how, all right, you have fun, Dallo, at the Y. That was really good. Yeah, I personally, I go to Watts for you guys. I go to Watts because it's something to do once in a while. I don't particularly like going. The one I went to the other day, I went there because I was in the vicinity, and I figured if I go there, you know, I'm here, I might as well go, and I'll check it out. And quite frankly, I mean, you know, I walked around and I was like, okay, it's kind of cool, it's different, and that's about it. It doesn't have to be, you know, the thing is, my buddy told me something a long time ago. He said, you revel in the small things. Like having a good cup of coffee first thing in the morning. Maybe you're at home and you have a good cup of coffee. You know, maybe have some tea. You know, whatever it might be. You know, you want to have a snack, so you want to have some cheese and crackers, so you make it all up nice. You sit there and you're watching a movie and you're eating cheese and crackers, and it's really good. You know, you revel in the small things. It's not, you know, for me, I can honestly say most of the trips that I've been on, yeah, some of them are good trips, they're fun, they're, you know, I get a lot out of them. But most of the time, it's not like I'm going, oh my God, that was the most awesome trip. I've never done anything like that. This is so fantastic. And I'm so happy I did it. That just doesn't happen. I go and I go, hey, this is cool. All right. You know, and then it's like, I come home and I go, all right, you know, whatever. So it's the smaller things that you have to really enjoy, not the bigger things. The other thing you need to remember is, you know, how constant, how reliable are your revenue streams? Obviously, if you're working a job here and you don't really have enough to live off forever, if you get canned or you move on, decide you want to move on and you don't have a job, you got to figure out where the money's going to come from. So you better have multiple revenue streams, or one extremely reliable one, and that's something that I think for sure people don't always think about. Now, when you're retired and you have a pension and you have Social Security or whatever it may be from your country, then it helps. And you know, it's going to help me, I can tell you that. I'm waiting for it patiently, or not so patiently. I'm waiting for my Social Security, and you know, hopefully by the end of the year I'll have it. Things will be good, you know. But the revenue stream is important. The other thing is your medical care. If if you have lousy medical care, if you have no medical care, if you have some money but it's not that much, and you figure, oh, you know, I'm 40, by the time I'm 65 or 70, I got plenty of money, I'm okay. No, you're not, most of the time. You might need better insurance, you might need good insurance, you might need some insurance, whatever it might be, but you might need something. And that's the other thing is that, and to be honest, just because of this last incident that happened to me, I started thinking to myself, wow, you know, what would happen if something major happened? And I'd have to go back to the States because my medical care would probably not cover me enough here. It would cover me enough to stabilize me, and then I'd probably have to go back to the VA. So, you know, that's something else. I mean, even like Jono, you know, he tells me all the time, you know, he's got this thing on his thumb. He wants to have lanced or whatever, and they're like, okay, it's 15,000 baht. It's like, well, my insurance isn't even going to cover that because he's got a large deductible. He doesn't want to pay for it, you know. So you really need to think about your medical care for when you get older. When you're young, you know, you have some emergency care, some travel insurance, something like that. You should be okay, hopefully. But you know, when you get older, you might want to reconsider and have something. You either may want to have quite a bit of money, and by quite a bit of money, I'm talking like $500,000, $1 million at your disposal. I don't have that kind of money. If you have that kind of money, maybe you can pay things off. Build plastic model. Well, it's a hobby. I used to do that. When I was a kid, I did it. This place is a bit overwhelming for me. There's a lot of noise, you know. I can't look at that thumb again. If you're here, carnivore, take him to the doctor. He won't go to the doctor. He knows he has to go. That's what he was telling me the other day. I know I gotta go, but I just don't want to go because I don't want to pull the trigger and have to pay that money. You know, he thinks they're ripping him off, and quite frankly, they might be. And that's the other thing we were talking about. The medical care here is not like it used to be. I can remember I used to go to the doctor, and 500 baht, I was out. You know, now it's 3,000, 4,000, 5,000 baht, and you're out. And, you know, I always think twice about going to the doctor. I just think, you know what, I'll let it go another day, or another day, or another day. And if I feel better, then I don't go. You know what I'm saying? So that's something else that really, the medical care is extremely important. You need to make sure that you can take care of yourself. And, you know, if you're some 25-year-old kid, you know, unless you have a motor, that's the other thing here. One of the reasons I don't get a motorcycle here is because the majority of problems here has to do with people on motorcycles. 350 baht for doctor visit, same for blood test. I paid that yesterday. Well, I can say this. When I went, hey Rick, when I went for my hip surgery, I went to Chiang Mai. Because I heard of this guy, heard he's very good, he was reasonable. And so I went to see him, and he said, okay, let's take some x-rays. And I'm thinking, okay, it's gonna cost me 5,000 baht, something like that. He took x-rays, he looked at me, and it was like 400 baht, something like that. And I was like, that's it? He's like, oh yeah, well, you know, the x-rays are like, they were like 75 baht each. And I couldn't believe it. And that's the difference. You know, like here in the city, if you're somewhere like, you go to Boomergrad, you go to Waitani, it's like, I won't go to Waitani anymore. Because I know they're gonna try to rip me off. I won't go, I'll go to Ramkhamhaeng instead. I'll go to Lat Brow instead, and even Lat Brow, you know. But okay, I'd go to Lat Brow before I go to Waitani. Waitani, it's a place where, you know, like every hospital, they want to make money, but I think that's a priority there. So you really need to think, like I said, you really need to think about setting yourself up when you come here. You better set yourself up for medical care. That's just, it's a must, because you don't know. You know, this is the thing. When I had my gallbladder surgery, everything was fine. Then I was like, oh, I don't really feel good. And I was like, my stomach kind of hurt. Oh, my gut hurts. And then it was like, man, I really feel bad. Then it was, oh, I better go, you know, this is over the course of about 4 or 5 days. Next thing you know, I'm in the hospital. They're like, you need surgery now. And, you know, I wake up, I'm in the ICU. You know, that was rough. But anyway, another thing, and I hate to say this because most people, you know, I saw that in the U.S. most people, they don't have $5,000 in their bank account. I wonder what it is here. But everybody should have an emergency fund of 3 to 6 months that covers their bills. That's just for your emergency fund in case something happens and the money stops coming in. You can pay your bills for 3 to 6 months. And you can be young or old. It doesn't really matter. Young or old, you need to do this. So that's something else. And the other thing that people don't think about, access to ongoing medications is important to people. Don't think about it. Yeah, I know. I mean, like, you know, I know people, they're on, you know, 10 different medicines. Every day they have to take 10 different medicines. And I've been checking my blood pressure lately. Today it was actually the lowest that it's been. I don't know if it's getting lower, I don't know what's going on, but, you know, I'm tracking it now. Thankfully, thank you, carnivore. I'm tracking it because I want to make sure. I got to make sure that I get it lower, that I am not causing it to get higher, because I just don't want the hassles. Because I think about it and I'm like, you know, in a couple of years, what am I going to do? I'll be like 75 years old, and you know, I don't want to be one of these guys, like I said, when I came back from Pattaya that time, the last time, I don't want to be one of these guys who, they can barely move around, they got some girl like guiding them around, helping them to get around. I don't want to be that way. I don't want that to be me. Honestly, that scares me. I don't want to be some guy who's got some, you know, my wife is like leading me by the hand. Come on, honey. You can do it. Just 10 more steps. Oh, you got to go pee-pee? You know, I just don't want to be that guy. So the medical care, the emergency fund, and really you need to have some savings. It's not your emergency fund. And again, this goes for younger people too. It doesn't matter, young, old, whatever. Thais are in a bad way. I read a report about how much debt they have, especially after the fiasco. Yeah, I know, and believe me, I feel fairly fortunate. You know. And I don't know how much longer my wife is going to work, but you know, if she works another 5 years, I'll be 66. And I think we should be fine. But I don't really know. You got to think about it, you know. Hey, carnivore, you got to think about it. The medical is very, very important. You know, you can't get around that. All right, here comes my. Thank you. All right, here comes my dirty. This is. I don't know why it takes 45 minutes. Maybe it feels chilled. They ask you what kind of coffee you want. This is pretty good. I don't know why that takes 45 minutes, but maybe because of the milk. But it's very good. Anyway, the next thing is the visa requirements. You need to have money to get a visa here. You don't have to have an elite visa. You can get that if you want, if you can afford it. You know, I don't know. I don't know if I had it, if I had the money, would I go and get myself a 20-year elite visa? 20 years, you know, I mean, I could be pissing that money away. Watching from Texas. All right, good, John. How you doing? You know, the other thing, when you're talking about the visas, there are numerous options. I will never forget when Bernard used to be a part of this stream. He just said, I don't want to show them the money. As a retiree, I don't want to show them the money. I just don't want to. And I was like, well, then you can't stay here then. They told you you need to leave. You know, it's whatever the requirements are. If you're going to somewhere like Montenegro and they say you need to have this much money in order to live here, you show them the money or you don't, whatever it is. Albania, whatever it might be, wherever you're going to go. You go to one of these places that most people don't really think about. And you need to be able to, you know, the bottom line is you need to be able to do whatever they say you need to do. That's it. It's simple. If you can do it, you can stay there. If you can't stay there. I can't live in Switzerland. Too expensive. Too expensive. Somebody told me every time you put the garbage out in Switzerland, it costs you like $3. You have to pay like $3 a bag. They give you special bags that you have to buy. And you have to pay for the garbage. So, you know, you can't just throw it out in a public garbage can. They have to come and pick it up. So you don't have all that many options, and that means you got to pay more money. Well, guess what? If you don't have the money, you're not going to be staying there. You're going to be like on the streets there. Oh, this video, I can tell you, this stream, they will probably not even allow it to stay up because of the music here. Because Britney Spears is one of the worst. Her and Ozzy and like Elton John, they're some of the worst. Yeah, we all pay for garbage. Well, it's not added into the water bill here. My water bill this month was only 110 baht. That's the lowest it's been in a couple of years. I don't know why, but it was like $3 for my water. Unbelievable. The garbage is 150 baht a month. Okay, they tried to charge 200, but we told them, we know you charge other people 150 baht. We wanted 150 baht. So, okay, you get it for 150 baht. So for years, our garbage bill has been 150 baht a month, and we just pay it. I mean, you know, they come and pick up the garbage every Tuesday and Saturday. That's what they do, and I don't have a problem with it. No matter how much garbage I have, they will pick it up. But anyway, getting back to the things you need, the visa regulations. You know, like I said, there's so many ways that you can stay here. You need to stay here temporary and then get something permanent, you can do that. You need to get something permanent, you can do that. You need to use an agent, you can do that. You need to do it on you want to do it on your own, you can do that. Water and garbage is usually around $100. Water and garbage here is about $8 or $9 total, which is pretty good. And I'll be honest, I see some of the things in the United States and I just think, what the hell do I want to go back there for? I don't want to go back there. The only reason I want to go back there is to help my wife get permanent residency and citizenship. That's the only reason. But that costs money. I keep saying that to her. You cannot work. So we need to have, you know, $3,000 a month for, say, 18 months. Which, you know, that's more than 50 grand. And that's a relatively tight budget. This place has like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 or 8 people working there. I don't know why, but they have a lot of people working there. And now this place is emptying out, so I think breakfast is just about over here, which is good. I feel a little better when there's not so many people here. That dirty's pretty good. It's one of the better dirties. I don't think it's as good as Sarni's, but it's pretty good. Anyway, yeah, the visa regulations, you know, you should be able to figure that out by now. Anybody with half a brain knows, go online, type in visa regulations Thailand, and open up 5 different sites and start looking at them and see what the similarities are. There's going to be similarities, and then you figure it out. It's not that difficult to figure out. And you know, if you're one of these guys who goes, oh, I'm going to live in Thailand, and I'm going to be a farmer, and I'm going to have $700 a month, and I'm going to live just fine. No, chances are you're not going to live that way. You know, maybe you can be a farmer and, you know, you might be able to get away with it. But what could happen also is the villagers could get pissed and they could turn you in, they could rat you out, and then, you know, you're in trouble. Anyway, let me see here. What do I got on my list here? This is something else, and it doesn't matter if you're a youngster or not. And I've said this before, you gotta have plan B and plan C. You gotta have backup plans. For me, a backup plan is America. I can always go back to America. I can always live there. Family can move there. And I just found out that we can extend my wife's visa in America. She can get an extension for it. So that's what we're gonna do. We're going to extend it. And then, you know, maybe plan B is America, maybe plan C is, I don't know, Portugal. I really, you know, I know that I liked Ecuador a lot when I was there, but I don't have a great feeling about it. I have a better feeling about Portugal, to be honest. And honestly, I think I have a better feeling about Mexico, Portugal, I don't know about Costa Rica, and you know, I'm going to Albania in a couple of months, hopefully. All things work out, nothing drastic happens. We're gonna go to Albania, Greece, France. Jesus Christ, they have this music on. Oh, I see. It's right, the speaker's right next to me, that's why. And I was thinking, you know, I heard something about, well, my friend told me about Albania and how it's an extremely underrated country. It's a great place to live. He was going to buy an apartment there, and he still wants to go back. He may go back this year. He may go and meet us over there, so that's something we're thinking about. And Montenegro is another place. Now, these might be places that, we go over for 2 or 3 months a year. I don't know, but that's something you got to think about. And really, if you're going to be here long term, I hate to say it, but learn the language, man. Learn how to speak the language, and between them speaking English and you speaking Thai, you should be able to deal with it. That's the same music girlfriend plays over and over and over. Yeah. What is it? Drops of Jupiter? Drops of Jupiter. I don't understand that. I don't know what drops of Jupiter means. Yeah, if you're going to be here for an extended length of time, if you're here for a year, you don't learn how to speak the language. It's not a big deal. But you're here for 30, 40 years. No, I don't think that's who it is it? I don't think that's who it is. I think it's Daniel Powder. I think that's his name. Look that one up. I think I'm right. A little trivia for you there. But if you're going to be here long term, and I mean, 10 years, 20 years, I see these guys now. I've been here in Thailand 12 years. I know a lot now, so you need to listen to me. And I'm like, okay, well, that, 12 years is a long time. But it ain't 30. And I saw a thing on YouTube the other day. It said this guy has been in Thailand since 1977. And I'm like, damn, that's almost 50 years. Will I make it that long? Will I make it 50 years? I don't know. I may not live that long, I'm gonna live another 20 years. I'll be 82 years old. It's a long time. But I really think it's important to learn the language. That's something else. That's not as important as some of the other things like the currency fluctuations, your revenue stream, medical care, having an emergency fund and savings, and knowing what you can do so you're not sitting there every day when you wake up, what am I going to do today? I don't know what to do. I guess I'll just sit here. And it amazes me. I see my kids, and I'm like, what are you doing? Nothing. What do you mean nothing? Yeah, I'm just sitting here. And they're like listening, just sitting there listening to music, which I don't usually do. I don't usually just sit there and listen to music. I use music and I do something else. You know what I mean? And but that's just what they do. They don't mind just laying there and listening to music, or laying there and thinking about what they're gonna do. I don't know, maybe it's good, but and one other thing here is the weather, which has to do with, do you want to live here full-time, part-time? I think Dowlow goes back and forth a lot, and I think it works for him, and that's important. I don't know how long the flight is from where he is. If it's, say, 8 hours, I don't know. I like to do it once a year. I stay here for 4 months, and I go, all right, it's time to get out of here. Then I go somewhere else for 4 months. Then I come back here for 4 months, which actually it's 8 months. But the weather is something, and the pollution. You really need to think about these things. I mean, if you're going to be here long term, does the heat agree with you? And the one thing is that the cold does not, I don't like the cold. I don't think many people do. To me, February to May is the worst time in Bangkok. Well, yeah. February to April, February to May, yeah. Very, very hot, rainy. A bit too much. do me a favor, click the thumbs up. I'd appreciate it. Smash the thumbs up. Yeah, smash the thumbs up, subscribe, hit the notification bell, etc. So, to do a quick review, currency fluctuations, that's one. Knowing what you're going to do and avoiding boredom is number two. Having revenue streams that you can count on, they're reliable, that's three. Medical care, having that taken care of, that's four. Plan B and C, that's five. Emergency fund, 6. Savings, 7. Visa, 8. Knowing about your visa. Being able to speak the language or at least have someone that's with you all the time, that's 9. And enjoying the weather here. If you hate the weather here and you're like, oh my God, I mean, listen, I go out sometimes, it's really hot. And I love coming back inside, it's really cold. I turn the air conditioning on, or the air conditioning's on, I come back inside, I'm like, hey, things are good. It doesn't matter. It was hot and I'm okay. But usually I can handle the heat. I don't know about this last time. I don't know what was happening. I don't know if there's the heat or something I ate or whatever, but I'm still not right. I'm still a little off. Like a little woozy, a little dizzy. And I don't know why yet, so hopefully it'll go away. Maybe it was just food poisoning, I don't know. Sometimes food poisoning can do that. More people. I think this place is open till 6 o'clock at night or something like that. 8 o'clock at night, I don't know. I have to look. So those are the 10 things. Those are 10 of the many things that you need to consider if you're going to live here long term. Feel much safer living in Thailand versus living in Detroit, USA. Yes. I would say I almost never feel unsafe here. I mean, I remember once I was at, what was the name of that train station or bus station? I think it was a bus station, Saitai. And I'm walking out and there's like 3 or 4 guys sitting there and they're like drinking beer. And I walked by them and they said something to me and I thought, fuck. I'm gonna have to get into a fight and I'm probably gonna get the shit kicked out of me. And I just walked by and, they said something to me. I didn't even really hear what they said to me. And I was like, they could have said something nice to me. I don't know. But that was it. That was about the only time. Yeah, I don't think it was food poisoning. And then I was thinking, well, maybe it's some kind of a flu or virus or something. I don't know. And I don't know. And then I thought, is it high blood pressure? What could it be? I was thinking, maybe I should just go in. I was getting ready to go in, and I fell asleep. I woke up, I felt a little better, and I went, I don't need to go. So we're gonna get out of here in a couple of minutes and walk over to the SkyTrain and head over to the mall. And I don't know what I'm gonna do there. I don't know if I need anything. I need some butter. Other than that, I don't really need anything. And I don't really want to buy any because I'm trying to cut down a little bit on the butter. I'm trying to eat a little differently. Maybe I'll get a steak. I don't know. They have these tenderloins. They're like 250 baht, and they're so good, and they're so dense with nutrients. I don't look at his thumb, man. It's not something I need to do. I don't feel like, oh, I've got to look at his thumb and you know, check it out. I saw it once or twice, whatever. You know, he'll get it taken care of eventually. You know? Well, they do keep the place nice and neat here. They got a cashier. They got 2 people that clean up. They got 2 people that take orders. All right, I kind of understand it. Oh, God, he's going to wear a Michael Jackson glove? He's going to wear a Michael Jackson glove because you don't like the way that his finger looks. Hopefully, I have no cash. So hopefully I can use a card. Because otherwise I'm going to have to get off the stream for a minute and pay with a scan. Maybe I'll find out. คุณครับก็ใช้บัตรได้ไหม Or scan. Can't use a card, so I can't use my card. So I'll have to leave the stream for a minute and put you guys on hold. I didn't really want to do that, but what are you gonna do? And that's why, you know, really, I need to keep one bank on my other phone so that I can't use it on this phone. Maybe like TMB. Like I don't use Thai Military Bank all that often. So if I kept it on my other phone and I brought my other phone, then I could go, oh, okay, I'll just pay with a scan on that. Then I don't have to get off the stream. That could help. But, you know. Anyway, we're going to go over to the SkyTrain in a minute. I just got a little bit more. It's pretty good. Pretty good coffee. I think it was dark chocolate, caramel, full body, rich mouthful, and it was, I think it was Ethiopia, Colombia, and Laos. I don't know how that works. Orange juice in a bucket. Kid's got a bucket with orange juice. This place is kind of cool. They got their little niche going on here, you know. Anyway, let me dread going up there just because I dread leaving the stream for a couple of minutes, for 2 minutes or whatever, and making the payment. Anyway, we're gonna walk. I need to walk a little bit. It's not that far, so it should be easy. Quick little run over to the mall. Let's see here. I have no money, no cash, but I do have my cards, which is good enough. Hot day in Bangkok. Well, what did I say? I said it was 8, what was it? don't even remember. 88 degrees, high of 95, low of 82, feel like temperature 96, air quality 61, 35.80 to the dollar, 68% humidity. So, let's get out of here. I'm gonna make the payment. Oh man, this is what I mean. I'm gonna make the payment and get out of here. Let me see how I can do this. Got it. Go scan ka. Okay, hang on a second, guys. Okay, I'm back. Okay, they close at 6 o'clock. A nice little place where you can sit outside if you want. I'm going to show you, it's not that far. Thailand has some really nice cafes, nicely designed. Blows away stuff. Well, you know what I see in the U.S., you know, what I remember from going home several times is what I see is many places that are just chains. You know, Starbucks, whatever it is. They're just chains. So it's like you get the same old stuff all the time. You don't get new stuff. You don't get, you know, this was a very different, I mean, you can see it right there. Oh, okay, so when it looks like you're upstairs in this place, if you look at it, but you're not really upstairs because you're going up the stairs to get up to the second floor. I don't know what they have down beneath, but it's a very cool place. I mean, I can't see if you guys can really see it that well, but it's a very nice little place. I like that place. It's good. I would go there again. However, if you're going there and you're just going for a coffee, it's not really, I wouldn't consider it worth it just to go for a coffee. I mean, if you want to go for a coffee, I can just go down the street to Pacamara or something like that. You know, there goes the SkyTrain. And that's what I'm going to get on the SkyTrain. Lovely, lovely. You know, they've got this, it's, I mean, you know, it's concrete, it's the jungle, the concrete jungle, but it's still pretty nice. This bicycle path here with all the flowers. It's a nice place, you know? Now, this is not so nice, but I don't know what they're doing here. Yeah, see, I feel dizzy right now. Whoa. Jesus Christ. All right, so let's go up to the SkyTrain. Just jump on real quick. I'll take you guys with me. Oh. Not much of a walk, really. Just around the corner here. Pretty, it doesn't feel that hot right now. I don't know why. Maybe because the humidity is pretty low. But it feels pretty good. It's really not hot. For once. Usually I'm like, it's brutal. It's brutal right now. All right, let's get up here. Let's get on the SkyTrain over here. right, here we are. Lat Pral SkyTrain. This is quite far from Soi Ari. This is 30 minutes away. Yeah, we're a good 30 minutes away from Soi Ari, and it depends on how you go there. It could be 45 minutes. It's not, Soi Ari is not close. Look at this. All this construction. Crazy. What are they doing over here? What are they building? I don't know. Anyway, let's go. Maybe. Yeah, maybe. I don't know. Could be some commercial building or something. I don't know. I mean, there's another building right over here. This building looks like shit. You want to charge top dollars? You can't have buildings looking like this. Yeah, I don't know if that's a condo. I mean, maybe it is. I mean, the Mall Bankaby's right down the street. I don't know. I don't know if they'd build another freaking condo here. I mean, another mall here. I can't see them doing that. All right, let's see here. Where am I going? Samrong. Yeah. Samrong. Too lazy to walk, man. Whew. Really. I'm glad they have the escalators. Woo. All right, up we go. And I will show you a little something new at the station that just opened up the other day, and I think it's open from 5 to midnight or something like that. I don't know what it is. All right, what do we got? A couple minutes. Three minutes. Big C and Union Mall in the area. Actually, Imperial World is right down the street, which is, you know, it's not really a mall. It's kind of a, I mean, it is, but it's a it's not that great. 2 minutes. All right. Am I going the right way? Yeah, I guess I am. How am I going the right way? I hope I picked the right way. Oh God. I'll know in a minute. If the SkyTrain is coming from this way, then it's the wrong way. If the SkyTrain is coming from this way, which I think it is, then it's the right way. Yep, 50-50. I don't remember where I went up. Yeah, but all that's not right over here. That is not along Lot Prao. Sapan Kwai's down by Chatuchak. Wait a minute, why is the train coming this? Did I get on the wrong way? I think I did. Because this is going to... I did. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. I can't believe I did that. Son of a bitch. Oh man, I gotta hurry up. Go to the other side. You know, the other day, I had to take the boat. And I was like, okay, no problem. I know which way to go. Then I was like, do I really know? It says to Samrong. I went this way. I want to go to Samrong, not to Lot Prao. I just missed the freaking train. I don't know what, this is what I mean. That's another thing that I've been feeling lately. Confusion. Too much confusion. Unbelievable. I was gonna take the boat and I went, I'm not sure which way I gotta go. I'm mixed up right now. And you know, yeah, it happens once in a while, but it's not like I'm really confused. And then I look at Google and it says go to the right. I'm like, oh, okay. Go to the right. Yeah, okay. So I go to the right, I get on and I tell the guy, I want to go to the Mall Bankabi. And he goes, no, not right. You go the other way. He didn't take my money. He just goes, go ahead, you know. So I had to go get off on the next stop and then get back on the next boat and go the other way. And it was because I was just mixed up. I was confused. Now I gotta wait 8 minutes for the train. Unbelievable. I had the right train and I just missed it. Unreal. This is the view of the city. Actually, you always get confused going the wrong side. Not usually on the MRT or BTS. Sometimes on the boat, I'll get mixed up. You know, that's happened with me and you. I've gotten mixed up, but it usually I'm okay, you know. And I was like, I was dizzy. I don't know how to explain it other than that. I was dizzy the other day, very dizzy. And I was like, man, all I had to do was look right there. There's Big C right there, and I would have known that's Imperial World. And I would have known, oh, that's the way we go. But I was dizzy, and I was like, which way do I go, you know? It was a bit, honestly, I mean, you know, I get home, and I'm like, what's going on, man? You know? Look at this. Can't believe this. Holy moly. You keep going all the way down there. That you pass up Lot Prow. Right ahead is the hospital, Lot Prow Hospital. On the left, and you just keep going, and you hit the Mall Bankapi on the right. You go this way, and that's into the city. What is it, 4 minutes or something? Yeah, honestly, I'm a little woozy now. We're gonna go all the way to the other end. We got 5 minutes. Might as well. Ugh. I will go see the doctor soon. You know, one of the things is I have a little bit more money, and I want to get a checkup and a colonoscopy. That is on my list. That'll be done in the next 4 to 5 months. I'll have a colonoscopy and a checkup. Look at that. That's crazy how they do it. I think maybe it has something to do with my cholesterol or something like that. I don't know. That's why I got to go to get a full checkup, and you know, I want to be prepared. Look at this view. I just love this. This is, I mean, I know it's not much. If I had my drone right now, that's another thing that's on the list, the drone. That drone is not going to cost that much to fix, as long as that old guy can fix it, as long as he's still alive and around. I have his card. I don't want to take it to DJI. That'll take me forever to get it fixed. But look at this. I mean, I just think it's pretty cool to look at this, because you can see the track going all the way down the road. Anyway. Yeah, it is a good way to get around the city, I'll say that, for sure. I think, honestly, I don't think I've ever been on any kind of public transportation that's as good as this. I mean, I've been on the New York subway, and I've done a little bit, and I think this is probably the best way to get around. All right, you can see the train coming now. See it all the way down there? Actually, I mean, I like the BTS, but I prefer the MRT, honestly. The MRT is, I think it's better than the BTS, and it's better because they, it's better because, yeah, if you're using it during peak hours, well, that's a different story, but the MRT, to me, is better, and it's not just because they give me a discount, they give me 50% off. I mean, that you know, it's nice. It's a little bit cheaper, and to me, it's just the way that it's just a minor thing, and you just feel it. It's just a feeling that I get. I just feel like the MRT is better. Good morning, Jim. How you doing? Alrighty. Can't believe I missed the last train. Unbelievable. Alright. Go into old person's chair. It's pretty cool here today. It's not bad. Hello there, Andy. It's not bad today. It's not all that hot. And yeah, that's all I can say. It's not that hot. So humidity is only about 62%, something like that. It's not bad. There you can see behind. Look at this. Look at this. Almost no one in the car over there. Here's the Imperial World. You can see it right there. Route 83. It does say MRT, if you look over there, MRT, because this is an MRT train, but the BTS handles the revenue. I don't know why. I have no idea why. I should look that up. I'd like to know why. Why is it that this is, you know, maybe because it's a sky train? I don't know. Mahathai. Burger King's at Mahathai. There's no Burger King in the mall, but there's a Burger King at Mahathai. But I need to stay away from Burger King. I had some lamb burgers yesterday. Those were pretty good. And you know, Longhorns, they have this ramen that I was talking about the other day. 39 baht ramen. And, you know, it's enough to, if you're a little bit hungry, it'll fill you up. But then they also have the 80 baht ramen. Oh, so good. Stay hydrated today, sir. The heat easily snuck up on me in bank. Yeah, well, I stay hydrated. Generally, I stay hydrated. I'm all right today. I got water. Actually, I gotta take it out here. What's that? Could be the BTS subcontracted to manage the system. Well, the thing is for whatever reason, the MRT has the rights to this line, but it's above ground. and the MRT is supposed to be the subway. So, you know, it's a little strange, but not really. I mean, I guess they can work in conjunction with each other. It doesn't really matter. Mahathai 101 and then Bangkapi. You know, something else is that I've completely laid off the gratam for the last couple of months. I haven't touched it. Don't want to touch it. I don't want nothing to do with it. Plus, I don't want it to affect my health. I don't really need it. I mean, it's nice every once in a while, but... And, you know, I see these videos going up. I got wasted on kratom. I got wasted on kratom in Thailand. First of all, it's not kratom. For the umpteenth time. 101. I don't know how you get so wasted on it, because, you know... I don't know, honestly. Say goodbye. Attention. Next stop. Bangkapi. Bangkapi. And like I said, I have a little surprise. A little surprise. Something new that's transpired in the last 2 days. Bangkapi. Yeah, the language is butchered, that's for sure. I don't know what else to say, but it's butchered. Here is Waitani Hospital, my least favorite hospital. Maybe they should be one of my favorites because they saved my life, I think, but they're irritating. They're irritating, and I don't really, to be honest, I don't get irritated that easily. But when you screw up on a credit card, and then you screw up again on my credit card, and you tell me you didn't pay, and I did pay, and it's your machine, that gets irritating. All right, we're here. Bye-bye. Okie dokie. Wait, not what? I'm not sure what that means. Did I miss something? Farang butchered the language. Way, not what. $27 baht. Yeah, 27 baht for that ride. All right, now this is the normal way that I take, right? And you'll see everything is normal up to a point. YouTube didn't post the previous message. Bastards. I don't know why they do that. I mean, are they trying to protect something? What is it? You know, it's like, my channel is not that bad. You know, I don't do that many bad things on my channel. You know what I'm saying? It's not like I don't even know what to say, but I think my channel is pretty tame by most accounts compared to what some other people do. Pronounced way me easily butchered. Yeah, I don't see what I do wrong on the channel. I mean, listen, they wouldn't even let me post my freaking Hong Kong videos. I was like, what are you guys talking about? People post this kind of stuff all the time, and they are monetized. I post it, and they go, oh, you can't do it. Really frustrating and irritating, but you know, whatever. You just move on. You go, okay, this is just one video out of, I don't know how many videos I've done now. Thousands. You know, at least 1,000, 1,100, something like that. Don't know why I had to butcher the comments so it would post. Yeah, I don't know. But look at this. What's going on, Andy? Look at this walkway here, right? Quite long, you say. Now I can feel it's starting to get hotter. All right, now the skywalk. Oh, it says the skywalk is open from 5 o'clock in the morning to 9:30 at night. Wow. That's it? 4 days? And then what? You go home or what? Go to the Philippines? Look at this. You know, I like this. I don't know why they made it so far. Yeah, I know. I mean, it's, I don't know. Maybe it's because how they had, you know, I mean, they got the highway over here, the overpass. They got the roads down below. They got over here. So maybe this is the only way that they could do it. I don't know. I'd like to be in on one of those planning sessions that they had in the beginning. I'd like to hear what they had to say. So we're almost getting to the end of this right here, but I'll show you something in a second. The Cafe Amazon over here, Kuala Lumpur, okay. see down here. Put all the building over here on the side. Oh God, I went to that years ago when I lived in Udon Thani. I haven't been there since though. All right, so now we're coming to the end of it here, and you can see they're building something here. I still don't know what they're trying to build here. I think it's kind of like, what is it, Siam Discovery, or I can't remember which one it is, where they have this walkway and everything like this. I think this is a place where people are going to walk right here. They're going to walk right here, and they're going to go up, and you can walk right into the mall. That's what I think. You see, I don't know what they're doing here. I think they're going to put, honestly, I think it's going to be some kind of a fountain or something like that. And you see, they have it blocked off. So you can't go out that way. You can go down this way. You can go down this way. But now, you know, I could go this way and go into Enmark Plaza, Happy Land. But guess what? Now, they have this open. That's the big surprise here. And I can go all the way to the other end. Because, quite honestly, if I get out here and I go down, I go into the mall, this side of the mall for me is not as necessary because the grocery is on the other side of the mall over here, and I can walk right into the mall up here, you'll see, which makes it very nice, very convenient. But not many people using it yet. But supposedly it's only, I don't know, why do they close it up? Why did they close it at 9:30? Can't come on here anymore. I've never seen that. You see this? This is the middle right here. Now you see, you come from Enmark here, and you can walk around here, and you go this way, and you come over here. Now, today, what we're going to do is we're going to walk straight in, which we have not done for quite some time. Very nice. Now, I did have some coffee the other day at this place right here, Kath Kidston Tea Room. I had coffee here the other day, and it was quite good. She made it very good. It's primarily a tea room though. And I don't know when, but I will go there I will go there at some point. Here we go, Victoria's Secrets. At some point, I'll go there and have some tea. Summercation heat wave. I don't understand these things. You should. Jump in the pool. Why not? The pool is the place to be. You guys know where I'm going, right? Kind of stinks here. Air conditioners, you know, I read the other day, I think I read to you guys that the number of air conditioner sales has gone up dramatically because of the increased heat in Thailand. So it's no wonder that they're putting it towards the front of the mall so that when people come in, it's the first thing that they see. I mean, we got our new air conditioner that we got. The last time we got it, it was, I think it was 17,000, 18,000 baht. This time we got it, and it was about, I'm gonna go by this place here. It was about 29,000 baht. Let me take you by the little ramen place real quick before I sit down, because I want to sit down. This is it right here. Although they don't sell anything from here, but they have all their little stuff here. You see, 39 baht ramen, 80 baht ramen, 80 baht. They have 79 baht stuff, and it's really good. This is it right here. It's very good. Oh. All right. Oh, God. There's our favorite place, Minato, for Japanese food. The girl only comes in there twice a week. And I asked her, I said, what, are you only working part-time? And she said, no, there's like 3 or 4 other locations, and she takes care of all of them. Let me see, I see somebody over there, kind of looks like her. No, that's not her. But she's taking care of all the locations. Minato has very, very good Japanese food. It's not all that expensive. It's not cheap, but it's not expensive. And you can get pretty much whatever you want. There's all kinds of sushi, sashimi. It's very good. Anyway, here I am. And the air is just blasting right now. There's nobody at my house now. Everybody's gone. My wife comes home tonight. My kid comes home tonight. He's working. My other kid is studying. He'll be home next week. I'm all alone. So, you know. But I don't want to get any junk. That's the thing. I don't want any junk food. No junk food. Anyway, that's what's going on here. Hopefully you learned a little something. or it stuck something in your brain to where you could remember some things that you need to consider if you're going to be here long term. If you're coming here, I mean, really, if you're coming here for like 6 months to a year, that's nothing. You could come here for 6 months, and if you got a place to stay, I mean, $1,500, you could stay here, and you could I'm just gonna watch my money, and you don't have anything to worry about. But if you're staying here for a couple of years, the other thing, I said medical care, but the other thing that, people don't think about is your eyes, getting your eyes checked and getting your teeth done and all that other kind of stuff. That all adds up. I had to have my teeth done. It cost 8,000 baht for each side. 6,000 for one and 8,000 for the other. And now when I go back, I think it'll be cheaper. It's only be like 2,500 baht, but it all adds up. That's what I'm saying. And now when I come out, I used to think to myself, when I go out, I got 50 baht, that's enough. Now really, if you want to go out and get a 50 baht meal now, you can still do it, but you gotta look. You gotta look around. Because, you can get a meal for 50 baht, but then if you want something to drink, it's at least 10 baht for a water, 20 baht for a soda or something like that. So you're talking about 60, 70 baht minimum. Now I figure when you go out, 100 to 150 baht. If you come to this food court, the price is going to cost you, if it's something to drink, it'll cost you 100 to 150 baht. So, gone are the days where you go, for 3,000 baht I can eat and I can live good in Thailand. No, you can't. Not anymore. It's not that way anymore. Yes, if you want to eat Thai food off the streets and starve yourself a little bit, not eat what you want to eat, and yes, you can do it, but it's difficult. If you want to eat good, and by good I mean, listen, you have a meal sometimes and you go, it's 70 baht, 80 baht. And then you go, I'm still hungry. And you go and get yourself a 50 baht meal. It adds up. I figure 100 to 150 baht a meal. I missed the first part of the stream. I will add that if you want to move here, trunk behind and come only with clothes on your back. Well, I don't know about that. Electronics you can forget about. Computers you can bring. That's not something, it doesn't really matter long-term, short-term. I mean, yeah, if you're going to come and you're going to be here for at least a couple of years, you got to think, what am I going to do with my stuff back home? Am I going to put it in storage? So yeah, you might have to think about that. But if you're going to be here, like I said, like me, or you're going to be here for 45, 50 years, you're like, well, I'm only 37, and the next thing you know, you're 87. And you're like, how did I get here? I mean, seriously. Sometimes I think to myself, where did the time go? I just don't even, I can't comprehend it sometimes. I remember when I was working and I was doing things back home and I was making a good buck and and I was going out all the time and, I had a girlfriend and completely different. Time changes you. And as you get older, you have different needs. Now, I don't always need to go out and buy, TVs and sofas and even clothes. I don't need to go out and buy as many clothes. Not like I used to. I had an ear infection when I first arrived. I found a something specialist down the street who cleaned my ears and prescribed medication for about 6 months. Yeah, that's good. You're not always going to get those kind of deals. I mean, it just doesn't happen like that. Try to get those deals here. It's not going to happen. The care may be higher here in some cases, but the price is going to be quite a bit higher also. You know, if you're out in a village somewhere and you go to a clinic, I mean, you can go to clinics here. You can go to clinics here and you get out the door, it's 200-300 baht. But like, do you really want to go to them? Like, what am I going to go to the clinic for that's down the street from my house? We used to bring the kids there sometime when they had like a cold or something like that. But now it's like, if I have a cold, I don't go to the doctor. What do I need to go for? You know? Most of the time, I don't need to go. I just say, I'll be better in a couple of days. And if I don't get better in a couple of days, then I go, okay, I'll go in. But most of the time, I don't have to go in. You know, you gotta take everything in stride, relax, enjoy yourself. Enjoy. You know what? The one thing I didn't even say, and this doesn't really apply, but you know, it's not so much about, oh my God, I'm in Thailand. What it is that you just want to enjoy the ride. You know? I mean, really, enjoy the ride here. That's how it works. And you know, in order to do that, you need to have a couple of things in place. You know, like I said, all right, Andy, take it easy. You know, you need to have enough money to where you don't have to worry, to where, you know, oh my God, I don't know where I'm going to be out on the streets. You don't want that. You need to have some medical care, you know. Still early here, but anyway, that about wraps it up, I think. People are starting to come in now. Man, I remember it used to be 30 baht, then it's 60 baht. Now it's almost 100 baht everywhere. Listen, you go to get espresso, you know, I was saying before, oh, espresso, it's 100 baht. At Starbucks, it's 115. At Pacamara, it's 105. Okay, the espresso at Cafe Amazon is 40 baht. Used to be 35. It's 40 baht. It's not very good, though. It's okay, right? But I'm seeing more and more places. I promise you this is the truth. More and more places now are charging even more than 100 baht for coffee. They're charging 100. You want a cappuccino? It's 130, 150 baht. It's just absolutely sick. And you know, I told myself, listen, I don't need to go to the coffee shop every day. I want to go to a coffee shop. I'll go to Pacamara right here. You know, I pay 100 baht, 105 baht or whatever. Get my little discount. And, you know, it doesn't add up. But when I go out like today or on some other days when I go to places and I've got to take a little journey, not even counting the travel expense. I mean, today was pretty cheap because I took the Sky Train and I'm staying close to home. But if I go anywhere else, it's usually 200-300 baht just to go. Then it's 300 to 500 baht for the coffee. The coffee, maybe a little something to eat, and get another coffee. So, you know, you need to think about that. If you're going out to coffee, it does add up. And you know, I have this website. I haven't really done much work on it. It's called Coffee Shop Rankings. And I have something up in the community tab where I ranked like the top 15 coffee shops. And I have about 75 or 80 right now. I need to put them up, get the whole website going. You know, it's not all that much, but I have a lot of video that I haven't really done anything with. And, you know, this is the thing. You go to some of these coffee shops, they're charging you 100 baht, and the coffee's terrible. What do you want to go there for? That's why I go there, so you don't have to go there. You come over here, you go, all right, these are the good coffee shops. This is where we're going to go. You know, stick to Sarni's, stick to whatever, you know. My first haircut was 200 baht. I thought it was a bargain. Then I found a guy with walking charges 60. Well, you're going to be hard pressed to find 60 baht haircut places in Bangkok now. They're all at least 100. You know, some of them are 120, some are 150, some are 200. And I'm like, how did you go from 60 baht to 150? And like Jono said, he used to go to this place, I think they charged him like 300 baht or something. Now they want like 800. He's like, how do you go from 300 to 800? What the hell's going on? Anyway, the name of that website that I'm talking about is coffeeshoprankings.com. Hopefully I'll get something up on it in the next couple of weeks. I'll get the site completed. I need to do something with it because, you know, once I have it up, then, you know, it should be fairly easy to maintain. And I do have a lot of coffee shops. I just did another one today, obviously, with Blue Tamp, and that was a very good coffee shop. They had a lot of good coffee there and a lot of good food. So I'm sure that's in the top 20. I don't know. I have to figure it out. Maybe it's in the top. You know, the other day I did the, what was it, 66 Village? And that place beat out Sarni's. So it's number 2 and Sarni's is number 3. Sorry, Sarni's. You know. Anyway. Alrighty. Thank you very much. I'd like to go and get a ramen today, but it's, what is it now? It's like 11 o'clock. It's too early to eat. I already ate a piece of bread at the place, at the Blue Tamp. I really don't want to eat again until at least 12 or 1 o'clock. So anyway, thank you very much for joining me. I appreciate it. Smash the like button, subscribe, join. Look down in the description. Figure out all the ways that you can help out or just follow along. I have a gooder. I hope I do have a gooder. I'm gonna try. You know, Jim, I was thinking about doing that walk again, and I just thought, I can't do it right now. I don't feel good, honestly. That's how bad I feel. I don't feel like I could walk 15 miles in the heat right now. I don't feel like I could do it. I need to gain my strength again from whatever happened to me last week. But I do have a video going up on Saturday. That'll be of the, well, yeah, that always pays to do that. But I have a video of the train and the market that you didn't see in the stream. And that'll be up on Saturday at 8 p.m. And then what else? I guess I'll be back on Sunday. And I don't think I'll be going anywhere far away. But who knows? I don't know. You know, really. I really don't know. Anyway, thank you very much. Appreciate it. And until next time, I'm Scott. I'm an American in Bangkok. Chok di leo jerken mai. See you guys later. Arrivederci.